Welcome, soccer fans, to tonight's broadcast of this OCA Media production of the WIA Division I Regional Semi-Soccer match between the number 5 seed Oregon Panthers, who are hosting the 12th seed Janesville Craig Cougars, live from Huntoon Field on a beautiful evening for soccer tonight. I'm Jeff Rohrer along with Hayden Lohrentz, and we'll be bringing you all of tonight's exciting action right here on OCA Media, your home for Panther sports. This exclusive OCA Media broadcast of Panthers Soccer is brought to you in partnership with our sponsors, your local employee-owned Hy-Vee grocery store, the Village of Oregon, a great place to live, work, and play, the Oregon School District, actively building competency, character, culture, and community, the Oregon Athletic Booster Club, doing great things for all Panther sports. Your membership dues directly support our student athletes. Consider becoming a booster today. One Community Bank, Feel Good Banking. The Oregon Area Community Coalition, helping youth thrive. Visit us at OregonAreaCares.org. Shackelford Heating and Cooling. Panther Exteriors. Stoughton Health and Wisco Industries, your trusted neighbors for generations. We hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast of Panther Soccer. If your business or organization would like to support community access programs like these, please contact Paul at OCAmedia.com. That's Paul at OCAmedia.com for more information. We're going to get going here soon, but we're going to throw it over to Hayden and tell us a little bit about what we're expecting in tonight's match between the Cougars and the Panthers.
Well, yeah, it should be a pretty good match. First match to start the Panthers off in this playoff season with the regional semifinal. The Panthers are coming into this game with a pretty strong record of 12-6-2, with their last win coming against Sauk Prairie, and that was a 3-0 win, a pretty convincing win, and a good way to send yourself into the playoff season. The Janesville Craig Cougars coming into this game are only 4-6-2, so not playing nearly as many matches and having a losing record. And Panthers are the 5 seed in this sectional area of Wisconsin, and the winner of this match will play Madison Memorial at Memorial, so this will be the Panthers' last home game if they move on.
This is an exciting match for the Panthers, as the Panthers have moved into Division I, Hayden, and quite a different look after really being one of the 2 top dominant teams in D2 for years.
Absolutely, and the rivalry with Whitefish Bay in that state final has been going on for about a decade, and it's been crazy because Whitefish Bay is on the other side. They're actually the 3 seed over in their sectional separate, so the Panthers won't actually play Whitefish Bay unless they're in the state championship, which of course every team's going for, but Oregon's going to have a really hard route to get there, as if they do move on tonight and then play Madison Memorial, I believe, next Tuesday. If they were to win that as well, they'd have to play the number 2 seed in the entire state of Middleton, which will be even tougher, so it only goes up from here.
Quite exciting, though, for the Panthers. Again, they, really one of the top 2 dominant teams in D2 for almost a decade, with the some of the new rules in place. Both Whitefish Bay and Oregon moving into D1 this year. It's a different deal for them. Just larger schools, larger pools of talent. Really going to test these Panthers and Whitefish Bay to see what they can do going forward.
Absolutely, it's really a joy to see this team come together. We started out a little bit slower, but it seemed every single game that we got to see them, they've gotten better and better and better, and they're going to be looking to use all those skills going into this playoffs. And yeah, I was talking to the players. They're all hyped and ready to go. They're really excited to get it going, and they were talking about it all day today, so I know they're going to want to start very quick.
I see that they've continued the tradition of bleaching their hair blonde, and it's always fun that first night of when that happens, when we have to do these games, because you get used to hairstyles, you get used to shoes, you get used to running styles and things of that nature as an announcer. Suddenly everybody bleaches their hair the same color, and everybody starts looking a little bit the same. It's a little more difficult.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, I grew up with all these guys, and looking out there, I took a second to really remember each person just by can't go by their hair anymore. You got to go by how they run, basically.
How they run. Hopefully I can catch their numbers along the way, but if you catch me screwing up like I haven't done since the beginning of the season, that's why, folks. But as we move a little closer to our our game time. We're going to have the introductions, and our PA announcer is going to take over those, as well as the national anthem. After that, we'll be back for our full broadcast. But before we get into that, I'm going to give our sponsors one more quick shout out. The local employee-owned Hy-Vee grocery store, the Village of Oregon, the Oregon School District, the Oregon Athletic Booster Club, One Community Bank, the Oregon Area Community Coalition, Shackelford Heating and Cooling, Panther Exteriors, Stoughton Health, and Wisco Industries. Thank you for your sponsorship all season and all year long. You do make these broadcasts possible for us. And once again, if you would like to become a sponsor of broadcasts like these, we broadcast over 400 streams per year that you can be part of, and it really does a great deal for our community. So we thank the sponsors who have made this possible for us. We're actually going to take a little break, let the announcements and the lineups begin, and we'll be back to start the broadcast after all that.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Oregon High School campus and Panther Stadium for tonight's WIA Regional Boys Soccer matchup between the visiting Cougars of Janesville Craig and your Oregon Panthers. Janesville Craig High School, Oregon High School, and the WIA require good sportsmanship by student-athletes, coaches, and spectators at education-based interscholastic events. Accordingly, we request your cooperation by supporting tonight's participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or ethnic comments or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student-athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. On behalf of Oregon Sports Administrator Brittany Spencer-Grant, good luck to all coaches and competitors. We hope everyone will enjoy tonight's event in the spirit of positive sportsmanship. Please join me in welcoming tonight's officiating crew. We appreciate you gentlemen for being here tonight and allowing these athletes the chance to compete. A special recognition to recently recognized Sports Scoreboard Operator of the Year, Mike Stotts, who's also joining us tonight. And the winner of tonight's contest will move on to Saturday's regional final to play the winner of Madison West and Kettle Moraine. The time of that contest is still to be determined. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, to honor America, would you please rise if able, remove your hats, and join in the singing of our national anthem. And now let's meet tonight's starting lineups for this WIAA playoff matchup. First, for the Janesville Craig Cougars, in goal, the Finn Dillon. Number 3, a sophomore, Danny Soria. A junior, number 4, Joey Pekarski. A junior, number 6, Johnny Olson. Number 7, a junior, Cody Bauman. A junior, number 8, Aiden Hogan. A junior, number 10, Leon Mecco. Another junior, number 16, Riley Stacy. A junior, number 17, Peter Karanja. A senior, number 20, Nolan Schuf. And finally, a senior, number 21, Aaron Bauman. Janesville Craig is coached by Josh Hammond, assisted by Todd Olson. And now the starters for the Oregon Panthers. In goal, number 0, a senior, Noah Hansen. A senior, number 2, Carson Stebbins. A junior, number 4, Drew Yachman. A senior, number 5, Federico Mariani. A senior, number 6, Chris Carcano. A senior, number 10, Wesley Tanner. A senior, number 11, Zach Bijak. A junior, number 13, Kyler Kehoe. A junior, number 14, Matt Kolker. A senior, number 16, Keegan Cram. And finally, a senior, number 18, Alexander Seitz. Oregon is coached by Chris Mitchell, assisted by Mr. Kevin May. Oregon High School is proud to have OCA Media here tonight, live streaming tonight's game. If your friends, family, or even acquaintances can't make it out to Huntoon Field tonight, give them a call or text and let them know they can watch this game live at ocamedia.com or streaming on YouTube by searching OCA Media. Jeff and Hayden are on the call tonight with expert analysis, and in fact, Hayden has already alerted me to the result of tonight's other regional semifinal. Madison Memorial, the winner over Kettle Moraine, they will host the Saturday regional final. And finally, the Oregon Booster Club is operating tonight's concession stand. They have a variety of delicacies for your enjoyment.
And welcome back, soccer fans. We get back into our broadcast this evening as we again are hosting at Huntoon Field the regional semifinal between the host Oregon Panthers and the visiting team Janesville Craig Cougars. Oregon will be going from left to right on your screens in their home orange uniforms tonight, and Craig will be going from right to left to begin this game in the white jerseys and blue shorts. Once again, thanks to Hayden, we've been alerted to the other regional semifinal as Madison Memorial has beaten Kettle Moraine and will host the regional final on Saturday against the winner of this game.
Yeah, it's a very, very good team in Madison Memorial. They are the 4 seed in this sectional. Oregon are the 5 seed. And so, yeah, if Oregon can make it to there, that'll be a really, really good game. Sadly played away, so we won't be able to give you that commentary for that game, but we know that if the Panthers make it, it'll be a very close match.
Absolutely. Looks like Oregon's going to start with the kick this evening. Not sure that really favors either team tonight. There's almost zero wind tonight. It's a cool but actually a comfortable about 59 degrees when I got to the field here, Hayden.
Yeah, it was crazy. When I came out of school today, it was pretty gusty when I walked out, but yeah, it's died down, which is perfect because that's some perfect playing condition for some soccer as we get underway.
Absolutely. And that's Tanner. He's going to put it out wide to Bijak. He's going to take a touch, looking for help. He finds Stebbins. Stebbins got dispossessed, but able to challenge that was Mariani. Now Seitz, he's going to play it out wide to Carcano. Carcano, he's going to play it up to Yachman, but Yachman lets that get away from him. Keegan Cram steps up, takes that one. Tanner again, kind of playing ping pong between the two teams. Nobody wants to keep possession right now. That ball's going to go out of bounds for a throw-in, and it's going to be an Oregon throw.
I know the players on Oregon are really excited. They're going to really try and attack quick today and get a quick goal. This handball on Alex Seitz gives the Cougars a pretty well-placed free kick here.
Bit of an inadvertent handball there, but nevertheless a handball. Johnny Olson's going to take this for the Cougars. Puts that in. Going to be a little bit too long on net. No, Hansen collects that with ease.
Yeah, Oregon really likes to start quick. I can already see a little bit of nerves. It'll be pretty interesting to see how this one Pays out as a collision already. And it looks like...
Hard collision, but they're calling the kick in favor of the Cougars. They want time to stop as the player down is injured.
Looks like that's Carson Stebbins. Don't know.
Thought it was a good hard challenge for both players. Stebbins taking the brunt of that apparently. While we're waiting for the trainers to attend to Carson Stebbins down on the field, I want to remind you that OCA Media is your local community access television station broadcasting hundreds of local, entertaining, and informative programs on Charter and TDS cable each year. Replays of all OCA Media programming can be found on our YouTube channel, as well as our live streams on our YouTube channel. Check out our website for our program guide and more information at www.ocamedia.com. That's www.ocamedia.com. Trainers able to get Carson Stebbins back up to his feet. A deserved round of applause. Glad to see him walking off under his own power. Hopefully it's just a little bit of a stinger, as they say, and he'll be back in. He's such an important piece to this team.
Absolutely. It's like that entire far side of the field depends on if Stebbins is there and ready. And we will get underway with a free kick here.
Cougars able to take that free kick and gain possession. Trying to keep possession, but not able to. That was, I believe it was Endress who came in for Stebbins, was it not?
Yep.
Hayden?
Dylan Endress was on the ball for a second.
This is Kyler Keogh. He plays it back, finds Tanner. Back to Seitz. Seitz looking to play it over the top, trying to find Endress. Does.
Offsides is called.
The side judge does call offsides.
If I'm not wrong, it looks like that was called on Mac Holker.
Cougars decide to play it short. And then Sleeves collapsed on. Cougar player slips, and Carcano's able to take possession and finds Yachman. Yachman with a nice touch. He's got speed. He's trying to find Keogh there. I think he could have trusted his speed there, actually. Cougars under duress. Have to play that one out long. Bijak back to Cram. He's going to find Endress. Keeps the pressure on. Johnny Olson able to distribute. Now the Cougars are mounting an attack. This is Cody Bauman on the ball. Bauman kind of playing with his head down there. Made it a bit easy for Carcano to just take that ball and got some help from Mariani. Holtzen not able to keep possession there. Or Helker rather, sorry. Good shot there by Johnny Olson. Goes wide and a little high. It'll be a goal kick for the Panthers. And we're going to find Carson Stebbins making his way back onto the field. Good to see.
Yeah, subbing off Endress there. Just a quick little breather for him, and he's right back on the field. It's a little interesting to see Oregon starting a little bit slower. Usually they're the team that's getting a few shots right out of the gate, and Cougars are doing a great job of pressing high.
Absolutely. This is Tanner. He's going to play it up to Helker. Helker playing it through to Stebbins. Stebbins is through. His speed is there. He's going to make a play, and right into the keeper's hands. What a tremendous play, though.
Already instant impact from Stebbins right back on the field, and that's what this Oregon team needs, a little bit of fire to get them going.
Don't know if he almost looked like he was trying to chip the keeper there.
It did, yeah. It's interesting to see him go high there. A lot of times we see him go low into the corners, and that's what he likes to do.
Absolutely. And he must have saw a little something with the keeper so far out of his net. This one is going to be called against the Cougars this time, and it'll be a free kick for the Panthers. As the players move into position. Tanner steps in. Not able to keep it, but winning a corner kick was Helker.
Great job by Mac Holker there, staying with that ball, really just never letting it go. And he's going to be the one taking this corner as well. We see the Panthers liking their corners, and already with a quick corner right over to Stebbins as he inches closer, takes a shot.
And gets all the way through. Just nobody on the back door to tap it home.
And it will be another corner as it takes a deflection.
Great corner kick. That time, Cougars really not ready for that short play. Now, Panthers will ask for their 10. And they get it. That one got away from him a little bit, but Helker's right there to take it right back. Cougars a little bit just combobulated there. Absolute strike from the back door, is not able to find a home. That was Mariani on the shot, I believe. And that's going to go for a goal kick to the Cougars, but what a strike.
Actually, that looked like, I think that was Wesley Tanner, because he was coming out of the big group of players there. It was a little bit hard to see, and obviously it's hard to see with all the hair color, but
I believe Mariani and Tanner were in that same area, but I'm pretty sure it was Tanner on the strike.
On for the Cougars, number 15.
it's a pretty good opportunity. Ball jostling around, though. It's always tough, especially when there's so many bodies in front of goal.
Absolutely. Now the Cougars take control. They play it across. Bring it down as Bauman. He's going to play it outside. He's going to find number 10, Mecco. That's going to be played out of bounds. Help from Mariani on that. Cougar throwing. That ball tried to be controlled by Bauman. Not able to. Goes out of bounds. It'll be an Oregon throw. Carcano on the throw. Carcano plays it in. Finds Seitz. Seitz playing it long to Keogh. Cougar player there. Keogh interfered with, and it's going to be a free kick to Oregon.
Gets a lot of players upfield quick. Seitz going to be taking this one.
He wants to play it to Helker. Seitz had an idea. Nice job by Helker making a move. Plays it into Yachman. Yachman's first touch, not a good one. Lets it go. Johnny Olson. He plays it up long to Bauman. Great track back there. Tremendous job by Seitz. Great slide tackle. Almost perfect.
And that's what he's the best at, is really tracking back and getting those last-ditch effort attempts, and he's really good at making it safe.
Nice job by Yachman helping there. Now he can use his speed, and he's going to. He's looking for help. Finds Mariani. Mariani was trying to cross the field and finds its way across. And a nice shot there. Goes right into the awaiting hands of the keeper. That's Dylan Finnegan. A nice shot there by Helker. And a nice play by Mariani. I didn't think that cross was going to get through, but somehow it snuck in.
Yeah, well, two players deflecting off of on the Cougars side of things, and usually don't see that. As Stebbins with a great ball into Yachman.
Yachman with a great ball. He just doesn't quite reach the line.
What a save.
Finnegan has been all over the place tonight already. High quality opportunities left and right. Now this ball's out to Carcano. Carcano to Yachman. Yachman looks. He's going to cross. Cleared out by the Cougars, but not until right away it finds Wesley Tanner's feet. Seitz now to Carcano. Carcano takes a touch, takes a look. He wants Seitz. Seitz is looking to cross it up. He's going to find Helker. Good job checking to the ball was Helker. Now Keegan Cram. He's going to play it up. Finding Keogh, but Keogh slips and falls. Seitz now. Plays it back to Hansen. Resets. Hansen knows what he wants. This ball is through. And a great touch. Another great save by the keeper, one-on-one. tremendous job. Thought that one was going to be the ace that they needed, but again, Stebbins robbed.
Yeah, Finnegan having a night to remember for sure already, and Oregon with plenty of chances. And it was very interesting to see that one even go back to the keeper, Noah Hansen. There's been some sloppy touches, I'd say, so far on the Panther side that we don't usually see.
No, like you said, maybe it's the playoffs and just a little bit of the nerves that come with the playoffs.
Most definitely, and almost was a ball through for Holker there, but he does win a corner.
Plays into Keogh. Nice touch back to Helker. Helker with great footwork there. He's playing through. He's going to find the back man, Tanner. Plays it back to Carcano. Carcano, he wants to find Cram. Nice job by Cram. That ball to Yachman kind of got away from a little bit. Carcano saves it. That ball ricocheted off the Cougar, went out of bounds. You're going to have a throw-in for the Panthers, but not before we get a substitution. Wesley Tanner and Drew Yachman out.
In comes Jacob Yeager and Liam Holtzen. It was very interesting not to see Liam Holtzen starting tonight.
I was gonna mention that. I don't think that I've seen a game where Holtzen doesn't start.
Wonder if they want to get him going maybe already in the play instead of having to him wait.
Hard to say. But nevertheless, he's in now, and as is Yeager. Really good to see Yeager back on the field after suffering an injury a few weeks ago. This ball now from Holtzen, plays it out wide. Cross comes in. Not able to make it through because of the Cougar defense, but it's going to be another corner kick for the Panthers. Panthers are putting the pressure on.
Yeah, they're really mounting up some good attacks here. Good job by Stebbins keeping this ball. He's going to take one into the center again, goes all the way across goal.
He's finding space, but his teammates just aren't quite able to get to where that feed is going to be.
Will be another corner.
But yet another corner.
Already 4 corners on the night for the Panthers.
Panthers really executing these short corners well. This one goes to Helker. Helker plays it through. Defense there to block it. Keogh right into the hands of Dylan Finnegan. Another great save by Finnegan. That was a nice strike by Keogh.
Finnegan's doing a great job of really commanding that net and making sure his players are where he wants them, and he's coming up with the saves to match.
Fine header there by Holtzen. Defense from Cougars takes over. Good pressure by Stebbins. He's got him under duress now. He needs help from his teammates. You need to press together in those situations.
Absolutely, and that's what we usually see this Panther team doing. Sites with a good challenge there.
Great challenge by Sites back to Carcano. He's going to play it all the way back to Hansen. Hansen just boots it upfield. Misplayed there by the Cougars. All the way back to Finnegan. He'll do the same thing as Hansen, but this one gets away from him and goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw into Oregon.
It's a pretty dangerous area to be a throw in for the Panthers, especially off of a little bit of sloppy play from Cougar defense.
Looking for Stebbins, not able to find him, was Helker. Cougars try and mount a corner attack now. Nice interception by Keogh. Cougars playing across their back line. Nice interception. Keogh gets this one this time. And nice footwork. Trying to play it into Helker, but just a little bit off the mark. Now this ball, again, played again along the back line. Yeager's there. Inside, back to Johnny Olson for the Cougars. Trying to, referee says that's a little too physical and is going to give the free kick to the Cougars.
I'd like to mention Oregon's doing a great job of really controlling the top of the Janesville 18-yard box. Really good passes. They just cannot seem to find the delivery on the shots.
That service finds nobody, and Noah Hansen's there to collect. He's going to say, let's play fast, boys, and let's get going. They want a handball. Not going to be rewarded with it. Got to play to the whistle, boys. Don't worry about making the calls for the ref. Just play. Nice interception by Carcano. And this ball is now going to turn over and be a free kick to the Panthers. Helker wanted to play fast, but now realizes there's nothing there, and now he's going to let Seitz just take the long ball likely.
This Craig defense is playing a very high defensive line. They're really trying to play maybe a offside trap, and the Panthers have only gotten caught in offsides maybe one time, but they love sending those balls over the top. I wonder if that's why.
It is, but it's also a really flat line. I don't know if they're just trying to stack, but they're not giving themselves any depth, as they say.
Yeah, the one issue with playing a flat line that high is if you don't have the speed, and someone like maybe Stebbins does, you can just send that ball over the top and just chase it, and whoever has more speed is going to win that every time.
And it's pretty rare that Stebbins isn't that guy. Nicely done by Holtzen there. And he plays this over the top. He's looking for Yeager and Stebbins. Like I said, look at this ball by Stebbins. Stebbins with an absolute rip and fitting it up to the test again. But right there is what we were talking about. That ball didn't even have the advantage that we were talking about, and Stebbins still beats everybody to the ball. Yeah,
there's really no chance if you're going to be playing a defense that kind of thin. You really need to stretch it out, and if this Craig defense can learn from that, they're going to better defend that kind of counterattack you're seeing from the Panthers. But that's really where a lot of Oregon's goals have come from this season, are fast breaks.
Holtzen playing hard and playing physical, but not able to get control of the ball. Referee calls a handball. Johnny Olson plays it quickly over to the far side of the field. It found its way onto the feet of Soria. Nice clear. Just not necessarily that particular play, but in general, it feels like ever since Holtzen came back on the field that the control of the Panthers and the opportunities have just been exponential. Soria able to keep that in. Seitz does a nice job, plays that out. Cougar throw-in, controlled. Nice little give and go there between Soria and Mecco. Plays in Johnny Olson. Now Keogh takes this one away. Holtzen now. Holtzen plays it over the top. Plays it out just way too far ahead. Finnegan just boots that one out of the county.
Yeah, that was a very risky ball to go for, but does a great job with contact, especially as he was a little bit outside of his box. I was surprised he didn't wait for that one to come back so he could gather it up.
I think he's seen the speed of Stebbins and a couple others on this team, and I think it actually might have been in his head a little bit. This one taken away by Helker. Or rather, Bizak on that one. This one gets through again.
It's Yakman now.
This one's Yakman.
Goalie trips. Oh, but does a
still
great
recovers.
It's a great job. All Yakman needed to do was take that one to the side, and that would have been an open goal, but isn't quite able to get there.
Yakman with a great opportunity. Finnegan, there again. They talk about players being in the zone. That can be any player. I think Finnegan's in the zone tonight.
Yeah, and this is the night that you want to, especially with your season on the line now that it's postseason time. It's really great to see a keeper of this quality.
Craig player Soria dribbles out of bounds. That'll be a throw into Oregon. Jager was not ready for that. Holtzen threw that in, but Jager wasn't even looking and didn't even know the ball was on its way, and that just goes out of bounds to be a goal kick for the Cougars.
Oregon really playing quick tonight. I'd say with all of their free kicks, they've been pretty fast. I haven't really seen them set their corners, of course, also being short pretty fast. I wonder if they're just taking things a little bit too fast.
Potentially that could be. On the flip side, maybe they're just trying to catch this team off guard. Nice defense there, but that's going to go out of bounds. That's going to give the Cougars an opportunity on a corner.
Good defense by Keegan Cram there to keep down, especially after Holtzen slipping. It did rain earlier today for a little bit, just a little bit of a drizzle, but even that's enough.
Some much needed rain, as most folks know. Olsen indicates. Plays it in somewhat short. This ball, that was a nice shot by Soria. It did end up going high, but really had all kinds of time. Panthers didn't cover that well.
Oregon really needs to come together and rally for a goal here. They're already 21 minutes into the game and still 0-0, which is quite rare for this Oregon team, we'd say.
They have been, at least here at Huntoon Field, they have been ones to score quickly and early in most of their matches. Oregon wins a throw-in, though. Carcano plays it in. Not able to control with Stebbins. Now the Cougars take over. Carcano. Nice job by Carcano and good help defense by Seitz. Referee with a quick whistle there.
Will be a free kick to Janesville Craig.
Based on what I saw, the only thing that I could see maybe was the referee was feeling that the player used his hands to create some space.
Yeah, and if you're on the back of a player, that's always going to be a pretty simple call.
Good header out of bounds for Carcano. Right on the feet of Wilson, though. Good clear. Good job by Holtzen. This ball now to Stebbins. Stebbins just flicks it over to himself because he knows that nobody can stay with him. That ball, that's going to be an easy call for the referee. And this is going to be the Oregon Panthers taking this kick. Free kick for Oregon. Holtzen and Helker working together. Referee letting him know, the Cougars know where the 10 yards is going to be. They make a two-man wall. We'll see if this is going to be a shot on goal. I think it should be.
Holtzen taking this one. We don't usually see him taking the shots, but you never know. Does take a shot.
Finds it right into the keeper's hands. A good shot, though, on frame. Finnegan out wide. Taken away.
It's by Tanner. Tanner, good ball over to Yakman. Yakman with a little heavy touch, but Yakman back in the ball. Almost got.
Great job there by Yakman, putting it out wide. That shot just kind of ran out of real estate. We're going to get a four-man substitution now for the Panthers. While we get that four-man substitution, we want to thank our sponsors, Hy-Vee Grocery Store, Village of Oregon, Oregon School District, the Oregon Athletic Booster Club, One Community Bank, Oregon Area Community Coalition, Shackelford Heating and Cooling, Panther Exteriors, Stoughton Health, and Wisco Industries. Your sponsorship is greatly appreciated in making these broadcasts possible. Now Finnegan plays it out wide. That's going to be a throw-in for the Panthers. We are seeing Brooks Randall on the pitch tonight at a 0-0 game. The freshman's getting some time. What a great confidence booster that must be for him. Good job by Tanner. Ball being knocked around a bit. Bauman not able to keep control. Seitz now, he's going to play it back to Cram. Cram not ready at first, but luckily he had lots of space.
Yeah, really gave himself a lot of time there, which is always smart play by the defender as ball still with the Cougars.
Johnny Olson, nice bit of footwork there. Finds his teammate. Now, that was Randall applying pressure. Cougars try to get a corner, a cross in, but it's going to go out for a corner kick. So Cougars winning a corner.
Will be a substitution if referee sees.
Referee not looking at his linesman and the corner linesman not looking at the center field.
There is just one player for Janesville Craig waiting. A really low cross goes to the top of the box, but then
Cougars take control, head it back. They look to just try to gain their composure and remount an attack. That one not able to be controlled. No, Keogh on the ball now. Now Bizek. He's going to play it through. This looks like Endress. Endress with a strike, but just couldn't get his hips around and push out wide.
yeah, it's a tough one. He did an amazing job at taking that onto his right foot past one defender and had the shot opportunity and just comes off the front of his cleat.
Brooks Randall.
Ekman almost had a great through ball there.
Absolutely. That one goes out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Panthers. Bizek's going to throw this one in. He's going to find Holtzen. Holtzen, he's going to play it back to Tanner, to Seitz. Seitz not able to get through that defensive back line. Nice header there by the Cougar defender. That ball is going to be a throw into the Panthers. Good job by the referee and the side judge there, recognizing that ricocheted.
Attempt to clear by Seitz. It's interesting to see. They're very composed there. And that one slips through, and it will be...
Yakman tracking back and helping on defense.
That's all ball. That is a great defensive play by Zach Bizek.
Absolutely. It is going to go for a corner, but once again, a great defensive play by Bizek on that, getting all ball.
It's a dangerous spot to put in a challenge. Oregon playing a little bit...
It's a little tight, I think.
Yeah, it's looking like they're making a few mistakes that we don't usually see.
Good header by Cougar player.
Header flashes wide, and it will be a goal kick for Noah Hansen and the Panthers.
I believe that was Soria that got his head on that. Called his name quite a bit tonight. Hansen played that corner or that goal kick quickly. Yakman not able to bring that one down under control. Mariani defends against Olson. Olson, nice bit of job controlling there. That's going to go out of bounds. That's going to be a throw into the Cougars. They hesitate, trying to find somebody moving. That's down the corner. It's going to be another throw in for the Cougars. This one finds its way to Olson. Olson out wide. Not able to get that cross off, but again, wins another corner. Panthers struggling right now to get this one out of their own zone.
Yeah, we don't usually see that. Usually you're pretty quick to clear in. The Cougars doing a really great job tonight of keeping the ball. This has been their longest possession on Oregon's half, I'd say. Ball jostled up in the air and gathered by Hansen.
Good job of Hansen communicating and telling his players, hey, this is mine.
Good punch over the top.
Cougar player able to win that one out of the air, but Holtzen steps in. Nice, that was great composure by Holtzen. Plays this one over the top. Now under duress. Yachman couldn't quite get there, but he does force the throw in deep in their own zone as we're going to get 3 new players for the Oregon Panthers. Carcano back in for Tanner. Not really sure what's happening here. Had 3 players ready to come on, but referee's saying that there's no throw in. Apparently, has awarded a free kick.
Didn't see that one. Maybe there was an offsides call? Yeah, it was a offsides call.
I guess it was an offsides call, but didn't really see how it could have been offsides.
The ball slips through to Yachman. Yachman takes a big touch, though.
Not able to keep that under control. Let that thing bounce up on him and eliminate all his time and space. For the young kids at home that might be watching, that happens when the ball gets up underneath you, where your foot gets underneath the ball instead of getting a good touch in the middle of it, and it clips up in the air instead of staying on your foot.
Yeah, and that's so tough in that position. So much pressure when you're right in front of goal.
Stebbins, Holker, and Carcano back in. Pretty much back to the starting unit now. Holker and Yachman. Just couldn't communicate on that one. Cougars take back possession. Playing across their back line. That one got a little dicey for them. Sight's not able to get to that header, but Cram backing him up. Now Hansen. Hansen all the way up. Nice flick. Now Yachman closed him down. It's going to be a throw-in. Holtzen right on it. Finds Stebbins. Stebbins, he was trying to feed that through to Helker. Cougars on top of that. Now to Holtzen. Holtzen up to Mariani. To Yachman. Yachman trying to make his way through, but gets tripped up, and it's going to be a free kick from right at the top of the box.
That is perfect positioning for a shot, especially of the caliber of Oregon players. That's a very interesting challenge by the Craig defender. You never want to just stick out a leg there, especially when somebody with speed like Yachman's coming through. That's usually going to result in a trip of some sort.
The referee paces it off.
This is kind of from the position that you practice. And I'm not quite sure.
You definitely want to take a strike from here. A left or a right-footed kicker would be good from this position. Either one's fine. But what you're looking for here, folks, is you really, if you can, what you want to do is you want to bend it into one of those top corners.
Absolutely. And I have a feeling there's going to be a few.
Unless they recognize. And that was a nice shot.
Oh, man. Mariani got so much dip on that. Just came a little bit too late and just flashes over the crossbar. It would have been such a great starting goal for the Panthers, as there is only about 5 minutes left in this half. This half flying by.
Absolutely. It was. That's exactly what you want on that kick. You want to get over the wall and have it dip down. It just didn't dip quite quick enough. Now Cram. He plays it up. Finds Helker. Helker trying to slide it through, but Gets put outside, but Yachman's there. Yachman trying to keep control. Cleared, but right onto Carcano's feet. Carcano inside. Finds Stebbins. Stebbins. Keogh falls down, but he's got back up. And that is going to go out of bounds, and we're going to get another corner kick for the Panthers.
Great job by Bijak winning that one. As Panthers are going to have, I'd say it's been almost seventh corner this game, sixth corner, something like that.
Both teams with a number of corner kick opportunities. That one goes in, and another save by Finnegan.
Great positioning.
Can't say enough about the Cougar keeper Finnegan tonight. He's really just been almost flawless this evening. And on the scoreboard has been flawless.
Yeah, really doing a great job keeping his clean sheet so far.
It's a good touch by Olsen, but not quite able to get there. Keogh holds. That run, all for naught. Bijak not able to get there. Throw in Panthers. The throw in, trying to find Mariani. One right, a little over his head, but Holtzon's there. Nice job by Holtzon finding some space. And another slip there. We've seen that a number of times this evening. It might have been a little bit of the rain. Hard to say.
Another one.
This field, this field does have its own sprinkler system, though, and they do keep it watered pretty regularly to keep it in good shape.
That'd be pretty interesting if it is still wet from that rain, as that was about 2 hours ago. Maybe it is sprinkler systems still keeping the field a little bit wet.
It was a very brief rain. So there really wasn't much cloud cover tonight. That ball out of bounds. We're going to get a throw into the Panthers. About 2.5 minutes left in this first half. 0-0 is the score. Live from Huntoon Field, the regional semifinal match between the Oregon Panthers and the Craig Cougars of Janesville. This ball now finds its way in. Helker not able to keep that one on his feet. But now to Keogh. Keogh back to Holtzon. Holtzon and Helker. It's another one that's gotten away from Helker. Nice job of tracking back and slowing down the counter. And right there is Mariani. He intercepts. Great job of slipping that through to Stebbins. He's got control. Plays it to Holtzon. Holtzon. He plays it through. Referee's going to call that offsides.
Mariani just getting a little bit ahead of himself, but still was a good idea. Ball was played a little bit far from him anyway, so
Not be able to get there anyways.
Not stopping too promising of a chance.
Cougars will take the free kick. That one stayed on the ground, not what he wanted. Panthers now in control. Stebbins and Mariani. Mariani to Carcano.
1 minute remaining in the half.
1 minute left in the game, in the half. Carcano tries to feed it through to Yachman. That ball, played out of bounds. That was a bad decision by the Cougar.
Corner.
The Cougar player did not need to do that. He could have guided that one out of bounds for a goal kick, but he plays out of bounds, and it's going to be a corner kick, and it's going to be a fast corner.
There's only 40 seconds left in this half.
They're going to take the long corner on this one. That one goes up in the air. Holtzon's head was right there, but just not able to get a head on it. And now Stebbins keeps the counterattack from going strong. Got 30 seconds left. Ball back. Finds Keegan Cram. Cram right into Johnny Olsen.
Seven,
It's this half is starting to come to a close.
3, 2, 1.
And that will end the first half here at Huntoon Field.
Janesville Craig Cougars 0, Oregon Panthers 0.
This is a halftime score of 0-0 at Huntoon Field between the Janesville Craig Cougars and the host Oregon Panthers in this regional semifinal match. Before we get into any first half analysis, we do want to thank our sponsors that make these broadcasts possible. Your local employee-owned Hy-Vee grocery store. The Village of Oregon, a great place to live, work, and play. The Oregon School District, actively building competency, character, culture, and community. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club, doing great things for all Panther sports. Your membership dues directly support our student athletes. Consider becoming a booster today. One Community Bank, Feel Good Banking. The Oregon Area Community Coalition, helping you thrive. Visit us at OregonAreaCares.org. Shackelford Heating and Cooling. Panther Exteriors. Stoughton Health and Wisco Industries, your trusted neighbors for generations. If you would like to become a sponsor of these events and the hundreds of others we broadcast year-round, please contact Paul at OCAmedia.com. That's Paul at OCAmedia.com. Hayden, it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. I think it could be 4-0, but Finnegan has been incredible in goal. What have we seen?
It's very interesting to see. I could not have told you that it would be 0-0 at half right now, and I think that if the Panthers can really just get it a little bit more together, they look a little bit nervous, which is understandable as it is a lot of the players' first time being in this playoff scenario, and they are the better team on paper, so they do look like it. It's not like it's been crazy one-sided either way, but I think just a few maybe missed touches, a few passes that maybe were a little bit too quick off the foot. Have been really what's been keeping Oregon from being one goal up in this game, and I think if they can, it's not like they're not getting the chances, but if they can capitalize on those chances, this game won't be close, I'd say.
Well, while I would say that there's been no possession domination, I think quality chances on frame have definitely favored the Oregon Panthers by a lot.
Yeah, we've seen a few of the Janesville Craig Cougars get some shots, them going, most of them over the bar from what we've seen. There's been some that have been good chances, but yeah, like you said, quality chances have really been way in the favor of the Panthers. And yeah, they're going to be looking to, coaches I know are going to be probably echoing what we're saying, just capitalizing on those opportunities, and they're going to look to come back stronger in the second half.
Maybe a couple of just stronger touches on the ball, just a little bit cleaner in the second half. It's that game of inches idea. We appreciate you watching this broadcast of OCA Media. If you want to check us out and find our program guide or anything else, go to www.ocamedia.com. We'll be right back with the start of the second half of the Oregon Panthers soccer game between the Oregon Panthers and Craig Cougars in this regional semifinal, only on OCA Media, your home for Panther sports.
Want to be a part of something great?
The Oregon Athletic Booster Club needs your help.
It means providing student athletes with positive experiences to help them succeed on and off the court.
Make sure I have the right gear and equipment I need to succeed.
Your donation will create a lasting impact in our community.
With your donations, you will help me in achieving my goals.
We need your support.
We are part of something great.
This exclusive OCA Media broadcast of Panther Sports is brought to you in partnership with your local employee-owned Hy-Vee grocery store, the Oregon Athletic Booster Club, doing great things for all Panther sports. Your membership dues directly support our student athletes. Consider becoming a booster today. One Community Bank, Feel Good Banking. The Oregon Area Community Coalition. Parenting teens is hard. We're here to help. Oregon Cares. And Torhorst Insurance, insuring Oregon and all of Wisconsin. We'd also like to thank Panther Exteriors, Wisco Industries, Shackelford Heating and Cooling, Stoughton Health, J.L. Richards Prime Meats and Catering, the Village of Oregon, a great place to live, work, and play, and the Oregon School District, actively building competency, character, culture, and community. Panther Sports broadcasts are made available free with the support of our local sponsors. Please join our fine family of supporters and help us continue to provide this service to our community. Contact Paul at ocamedia.com for more information. OCA Media, your home for Panther Sports.
They say there are no excuses.
They say to just push hard.
They say to just go faster.
But when we're on the field, they don't know what's going on inside us.
How hard is too hard?
When do we get support?
When do we raise our hand and ask for help? We need each other.
Love. You're mine.
Welcome back to the second half of tonight's regional semifinal between the Oregon Panthers and the Janesville Craig Cougars. It is 0-0 on the scoreboard as we enter the second half. Before we get going, once again, our partners for this evening's matchup that make these possible: Hy-Vee Grocery Store, the Village of Oregon, the Oregon School District, the Oregon Athletic Booster Club, One Community Bank, the Oregon Area Community Coalition, Shackelford Heating and Cooling, Panther Exteriors, Stoughton Health, and Wisco Industries. We appreciate your partnership in making these broadcasts happen. If you would like to become a sponsor, you can check us out at www.ocamedia.com or contact Paul at ocamedia.com. Hayden, we get into the field. Craig's going to take the opening kickoff, but as you mentioned during halftime, Panthers looking to maybe just take advantage of their opportunities a little better.
Yeah, I think they're really going to look to take the halftime break to just kind of settle down, really relax. It looked like they came out a little bit too excited, I guess you could say, and maybe a little bit nervous as well. Saw a little bit of sloppy play. They got it together a little bit towards the end of the first half, and they're going to be looking to score early to get themselves some motivation.
Bauman plays that one out of bounds. Unforced error. This one, great throw by Holtzen. Plays it over the top to Stebbins. Stebbins getting a stiff arm there from the Craig defender. Mariani able to get through to Keogh. Keogh, a nice cross, but nobody there. Yachman tried to get there, but it sailed over the top of his head. Good pressure there by Helker and finds Yachman. Yachman now gets around his man. He's going to try to get... Oh, he stops on the ball. I thought he was going to try to get the cross on. Ended up trying with his left foot, but goes into the waiting defense of the Cougars. Oh, that was a nice pull back by Holtzen, but pulled it back right into a Cougar defender. Now this ball up the sidelines. Bouncing around. Good pressure, but it's going to go in for a throw-in. And this will be a throw-in for Craig.
Oregon already doing a good job of high pressing. We see so many players surrounding the throw-in attempt already.
Perhaps one of those halftime adjustments. Mentioning what we did earlier about needing to be a little better at pressing together and not just letting one guy do all the work.
And it's very interesting to see because it's not like Craig has really had too many breakaway attempts. It's not like Oregon needs to have a lot of defenders back. This ball is going to be sent over the top to Stebbins. Stebbins going to look to get past the keeper. He's got it open.
Finish. That's his speed. What a tremendous finish by Carson Stebbins.
C2 Stebbins doing what he does best and scoring the first goal for the Panthers.
That was a beautiful ball from the back line.
And scoring the first Panther playoff goal of this 2024 season. And what a great goal. And that's what it takes to get past the keeper of Craig. He's been great all night, and what a ball by Carson Stebbins to get that one around and give himself a simple tap in.
The chip over the keeper's head at the very last second was just absolutely beautiful.
As I mentioned, Oregon looking to score early, scoring within the second minute of the second half, and that's a great way to get yourself some early momentum.
Noah Hansen didn't quite release that ball as quickly as he would have liked. It went off a Cougar player, luckily out of bounds. No harm, no foul. Now Holtzen plays it up. This ball again gets through. Again, it's Stebbins. Stebbins plays it all the way through, just missing Yakman by about an inch.
Tried to get that one back to Tanner, and he's on his left foot there. It's pretty tough to get a shot there.
Now Finnegan plays it up. Panthers really applying good team pressure right now. Now Holtzen gets tripped up, and it's going to be rewarded with a free kick. Really good to see the Panthers get off to such a quick start in the second half. It's exactly what they needed. Halker going to take this one. Usually that means that it's going to be a service into the box as opposed to a shot on goal. He raises, puts it through. Not quite what he was looking for. Gets to Finnegan. Finnegan rolls it out. His team was ready. Craig taking a touch. That's number 4, Joey Pekarski. Apologize for any family at home if I butchered that a little bit. Olsen takes a touch. Keogh takes it away. Nice job by Holtzen. Holtzen with a great little touch inside. Stebbins not able to close though. That ball is going to go out of bounds, and we're going to get a throw in to the Panthers. This ball played up to Bizek. Bizek to Keogh. Keogh all the way back to Seitz. Seitz going to play it back to Hansen. Hansen up to midfield. Nice job by Yakman bringing this one down. He controls. Looks to get held up by a Cougar, and it's going to be a free kick to the Panthers. Can you grab the stick for him? Cougars control into Stebbins. Stebbins gets it across, finds Keogh. Keogh with a great finish. That's Kyler Keogh with the finish. And a tremendous ball by Stebbins. That's Keogh from Stebbins.
46th minute, Oregon Panther goal scored by number 13, Kyler Keogh.
And that's how quick this game can change.
Number 2, Carson Stebbins.
Look at that, going from no goals just a few minutes ago to now 2 on the scoreboard for the Panthers.
And just so we're very clear, Finnegan played that ball as well as you can play it. He was coming across, he was tracking. That was a great pass by Stebbins, but Keogh did a fantastic job. Keogh placed it in the opposite corner of the direction that Finnegan was going, which makes it literally impossible for a keeper to be able to save that.
Yeah, very hard, especially when you're misfooted there. Oh, Holtzen tried to slip through a ball to Yakman there.
If that goes through, it could be all over, folks. It is 2-0 on the Panther scoreboard. A mere little over 5 minutes into the second half. And now Craig has come back and answered. And it is going to be a goal for the Craig Cougars. the Cougar player and the Panther player down there having a few words as the Cougar player tried to rip the ball out of the hands of the Panther player, and Panther player taking exception, and the referee coming up and saying, hey, enough of that.
Very quick response from the Cougars.
Very quick response. We couldn't even hardly get ourselves settled in on the goal from Keogh, and all of a sudden there the Cougars are tightening this one back up to 2-1.
It's crazy what happens in a short 6 minutes and a half.
We went 40 minutes with nothing, and then all of a sudden we've got 3 goals on the board in the first 6 minutes of this game. Or this half, rather, folks. Carcano now. He's looking to play it upfield. Mariani sticks in, doesn't get it. Cougars play it out wide. Good defensive play there by Seitz. And it's going to be a Cougar throw-in. And it did happen so fast, I didn't quite catch I believe it was Aiden Hogan is what I heard, was the scorer for the Cougars. Apologize that we didn't keep up with that play. It happened so quickly. Kyler Keogh now to Mariani. Mariani plays it over the top.
Will be offsides, though.
Looking for Stebbins, but they do call it offsides. And that'll be a Cougar kick.
As we are back on the air now after a little bit of difficulties there. He probably missed a lot of action.
Apologize for you folks at home if you missed some of that action. There will be a replay available. Ask your players, but it is now there are 3 goals on the board. It's 2-1 Oregon over the Cougars. That's 3 goals that were scored in the first 6 minutes of this second half.
It's pretty crazy how fast this game has already shifted as Holton through, tries to send with Stebbins, but not quite able to do it.
Looking for Stebbins, but just too much pace on that pass.
Such a quick game it's developed into now.
This ball taken by the Cougars. Pekarski gets dispossessed. This ball gets through. Helker got his foot on it, not able to get all the way through, but Stebbins there. Panther players trying to call for a foul, but not getting one. Bizak controls. Does a nice job trying to get around his defender. Nice job using his body. That ball's going to be lost out of bounds, and that's going to be a goal kick for the Cougars. An exciting start to the second half. Once again, if you missed out, 3 goals, 2 by the Panthers, 1 by the Cougars, scored in the first 6 minutes of the second half.
Goals by Kyler Keogh and Carson Stebbins
for the Panthers, and Hogan for the Cougars. Mariani now takes a touch. This is Yachman. Yachman, it appeared that he got hit in the face if I saw it. Now Stebbins, though, he's behind the D. He's getting through. He takes a shot, and it's a goal.
It's really inevitable at this point if Carson Stebbins is going to score when he's in that position.
Stebbins, his speed is he's been that way all season. Robbed several times in the first half by the great play of Finnegan, but comes out in this half and is just on fire.
Yeah, C2 Stebbins living up to his name, scoring 2. We've seen that quite a few times at home this season. He really loves to score multiple times, and that gives Oregon a little bit more comfortable of a lead. They got a little bit ahead of themselves with a 2-0 lead as the Cougars responded instantly, really, in just a few seconds. So Oregon's going to look to possibly be more cautious here now.
Oregon up 3-1. A game that was 0-0 at halftime. we're not even to the 10-minute mark of the second half, and we're already at 3-1. How the tides have turned.
It's really crazy to see how much this game has developed. It was a little bit slower, I'd say, in the first half, and now it's really completely shifted in the opposite direction to being quick end-to-end action.
Absolutely. Good cut, but taken away by Helker. Helker with a nice ball over the top. That's Yachman. Yachman absolutely selling out on that play. Gets ahead on it.
Oh my, this second half has everything.
Goes up, challenges the keeper, and what really was putting his body on the line and really took a pretty good shot at
in the 50th minute. Oregon Panther goal scored by number 4, Drew Yachman.
And what a header from so far out. That was outside
Absolutely.
of the 18-yard box.
And an assist to Helker needs to be given there because that was a tremendous pass that allowed that.
14, Matt Holger on the assist.
And now, 4-1, as we're only 10 minutes into the second half.
That's 5 goals in 10 minutes. That's a average of like 2 minutes a goal. That's crazy. That's really unheard of all season, and what a time to score so many goals in such a short time.
The referee gonna overrule that one and say that is a throw-in for the Cougars. That ball played off a Panther. It's gonna be another throw-in to the Cougars. This is number 8. Hayden Hogan, the goal scorer, throwing this one into Olsen. He's going to play it back to Pekarski. Intercepted, though, by Helker. And Wesley Tanner in the game now. Yachman, after scoring that goal, and it was a tremendous goal the way he sold out for that one, but he took quite a shot, and he had to go to the bench after that one.
And it looks like there's so much more life in this Oregon team now. They're playing so much faster and so much more, you could say, intelligently.
Absolutely. Jaeger onto the field as well for the Panthers now. I believe he came in technically for Yachman, the way he's positioned. Overstepping that one defensively and allowing the Cougar to get by. Nice give and go. A shot on goal by the Cougars. They've picked up their pace of play as well. And that must have ricocheted off a Panther as that's gone out of bounds. They're calling a corner kick for the Cougars.
I was wondering, it seemed to go a little bit too far wide to be just a mistake of a shot. So it's going to be a good chance for the Cougars.
Cougars, Johnny Olsen. Signals. Crosses. And a nice header out of there was Holtzen, making sure that no harm would come. Keogh now doing a great job. Love the outside of the foot pass there, though. Jaeger. Oh, I think that if he would have come back across and hit that corner, he had a streaking Mariani.
I saw that one and ran it a little bit as Keogh now on the ball.
Keogh surveys. Plays it in. Finds Helker. Helker gets his defender to fall for the feint. Tries a shot, but there's a foot by the Cougars there, and it's going to be a corner kick for the Panthers now.
So much end-to-end action. It just seems like it's breakaway after breakaway.
Difficult to keep up as, again, we had a 0-0 halftime score, and here we are mere 13 minutes in, and it's 5-1 up on that Panther scoreboard.
That's just how fast these games can change. A little bit of a shallow corner in from...
That was a bit tricky as it hit the ground.
Almost turned into something for them as this is a dangerous spot.
Cram and Holtzen working hard. Nice job staying with it. Nice layoff there. And just the Cougar got through, but puts it over the top of the goal. Just beside himself after that great opportunity. He knows that those won't come by very often.
I mean, the way this game's going, who knows how many more chances each team is going to get. It seems like going into the half, it seemed like maybe it was going to be a one-goal deficit of a win for either side, but right now it's looking like it could be a lot more.
That was good pressure over there by Jaeger. That's going to go out of bounds. We're going to get a throw in favor of the Cougars. I think that was number 10, Mecco, that missed that shot for the Cougars. He'll have some dreams about that one tonight. Good step there, and a good clear by Cram. Cougars in control of the ball. Panthers in control of the game, though. That was just a good job by Carcano heading that one up. Jaeger was trying to put a through ball to Stebbins, but not able to get through that defense. That ball out of bounds, and it's going to be a throw into the Panthers. Bauman not able to keep that under control. That was a tough pass. Going to get a substitution now. Panthers with the substitution. Keogh going to take a break.
Looks like Yachman's coming on for Keogh, and it looks like Brooks Randall is going to also come on. Or no, he's going to have to wait until the next substitution, but we'll be waiting.
Referee said you weren't at the center line early enough. As Yachman does come back in for Keogh, they push Tanner over to the other side of the field. Holtzen. He's going to put this one over the top, and it's another dangerous opportunity for the Panthers. Finnegan up to the task on this one.
Yeah, you could see Yachman really get a head start on that run. He was already full sprint by the time that ball was delivered, and that's really the way that Oregon scored some of their goals tonight. They've played a lot better passes, and that's what's giving them the edge tonight.
Absolutely. Now Brooks Randall does come back in for the Panthers. Carcano to Yachman. Now all the way back to Seitz. Cram with a tough touch there. Bauman. He tries to come back against the grain, but Holtzen was all over that defensively. Nice job reading that play. Flick from Stebbins to Jaeger. Back up in the air. Cram just a little excited on that touch.
Yeah, it's always very tough when that one's coming out of the air, especially on the one touch. Just needed to get it a little bit lower.
Good job by Holtzen. Again, the anticipation. Good play into Helker. To Randall. Randall outside. To Yachman. Yachman using his left foot, but puts it into the keeper, Finnegan. Finnegan's going to play it immediately up to Olsen. Nice job there by Cram. Now Carcano.
Interesting touch there.
Sights now. Tanner, not really sure who that was going to go to. That one just gets off the side of the foot of Cram. And we're going to get a throw into the Cougars, but a substitution for both teams now as we get a few new players in. As we wait for this substitution to happen, take a guess at how many local events OCA Media live streamed this past year. Did you guess 100? Maybe 200? Well, we streamed over 400 events this past year for our community. That would not be possible without the financial support of our local business partners. OCA Media, your home for Panther sports and everything Oregon. We do appreciate their sponsorship making this happen. That's going to be a free kick awarded to the Cougars. Johnny Olsen's going to take this kick. We're at the 58-minute mark of just about halfway through the second half. Olsen signals. Puts a nice curved ball, and that's a great header. That was a great play. really well executed and a nice save by Hansen.
It is such a great ball. It had so much curve on it. You could really just see how quickly that dipped. And that's so hard to read as a defense. Hansen does an amazing job of keeping that one out.
The Cougar player was right there as if it was placed on his head. That was a high-quality opportunity. That was a wonderful soccer play.
Looks like it might have been an offsides call because Hansen took that as a goal kick, which was interesting to see.
True. Good spot there, Hayden, as we were so busy lauding the play. We are the local hometown announcing crew, but I'm not sure that one was offsides. That was just a really well-executed play, I think.
Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't have the best angle. I wish we had multiple angles, but it's reserved for the indoor gym for basketball. Ball played off of Yeager. Now it's being jostled around. Cram now back over and
that's Brooks Randall. The freshman comes in and finishes.
Or actually, I think that's Dylan Endres.
Was it? I thought it was Brooks Randall.
Yeah, it is Dylan Endres, as everyone.
Okay, sorry, my bad on that call. I thought that he got it.
And what a goal. Right up into that top corner. That's all it takes is some placement. Ball didn't have much speed, but...
Again, folks, in the sea of bodies all looking bleach blonde out there, it's difficult.
Absolutely, it's...
In the 60th minute, Oregon Panther goal scored by number 3, Dylan Endres.
And a fine applause he gets.
Yeah, always a great player to watch. He's an amazing guy. When I played with him, always the life on the team, never really down, and that's why you saw all the players coming over to him after the goal. That's the only reason I really knew that it was Dylan, is because players always do a great job of celebrating with him after his goals, as we've seen a few this season.
Endres, a senior. Always nice to see a senior getting rewarded like that. It's a heck of a play, a lot happening. Now this ball gets through. Now Brower. Nice job there by the Cougar defense to not let this one get through, but it is now 5-1 on the Oregon Panthers scoreboard.
If you would have told me that at halftime, that this game would be at 5-1 right now, and could be even more as we're only halfway through the second half, I'd be calling you crazy. That's 6 goals in the second half.
There was nothing in the first half to indicate this offensive explosion.
Absolutely. It's really been, both sides have really elevated their game, and the Panthers just getting a little bit more fortunate with their opportunities.
Cougars have definitely had theirs as well this half. Scoring on one of them, but definitely have had, at minimum, 2 others that could have easily been there. And this is going to be a little bit of physical play that's going to get called. My only surprise there was that he didn't allow advantage, as Cougars seem to have possession, but I guess he felt it wasn't a clear-cut possession. This ball all the way over. Good touch there by number 2, or I'm sorry, trying to pick up that number. I am confirmed it was a number 2, but I've got no number 2 on my roster. So, folks, if I apologize, we have a Janesville Craig roster here, but there is no number 2 on the roster. Perhaps, that's not a 2, it's a 21. There we go. That's Aaron Baumunk. It was just a bit of a crease in his shirt when he was down low that I couldn't make out the 1. So
yeah, it's always tough from up here, especially the numbers on the Craig jerseys are looking a little bit small.
They're an interesting.
Great ball into Brower.
Great ball into Brower.
He's
Brower
got all day.
And a
great touch and a goal.
And he's gonna get a goal for Jacob Brower. He was running out of steam, it almost seemed, and he's able to finish with his left foot.
My, oh my, this game, it just keeps getting better and better.
Jacob Brower, the sophomore, comes in and puts the number 6 goal up on the scoreboard. tremendous goal for Brower and a great through ball.
As we're going to get substitutions now, Hans Kiesaw coming in the net for Noah Hansen.
Nice to see Hans Kiesaw. Kiesaw, of course, also a senior, and it's really great to see him be able to get some playoff action. That's not always going to be possible in these playoffs. Oregon with a 6-1 lead in this regional semifinal over the Janesville Craig Cougars. Ball intercepted. We have a number of new players on the field now. Brooks Randall in, the freshman. Brower, the sophomore. Kiesaw, senior backup keeper in the game. Great to see the Panthers utilizing some of their depth. Cougars with the throw-in. As a young player, many folks out there know that I grew up in Janesville, and I played for Janesville Parker, so Craig was my nemesis.
This must be a pretty fun, even more fun watch for you then.
Well, with all my kids going to Oregon High School, it's become my adopted home team now. But, yeah, from the nostalgia standpoint, always good to see Craig take an L.
Yeah, we'll have to see. There's plenty of time left, and the amount of action that's already happened in this second half. Every single goal, if you're just joining us, every goal coming from this second half. Who knows what could happen?
We do get another substitution. That ball into Mariani. Ricochets, finds Randall. Randall plays it out wide.
It's Kyle Rohn now on the ball. Sends a great through ball over to Dylan Endres.
That ball does get through to Endres. Endres not able to get the cross in, but it's going to be a corner kick for the Panthers.
Dilly already with one goal today, and many others with goals as well.
And I think it's going to be Endres and Mariani going to team up for this corner, if I'm not mistaken.
That'll be an interesting one, as Craig bringing over two players now to block off this short corner. And Oregon, if they're smart, will elect to go with the deep corner here, and they do. It's a great corner in.
Really
Seitz with the header. Ball jostled around over to Holtzen now.
Holtzen takes the ball. That was a great header by Seitz.
Oh, man, what a shot.
Holtzen with an absolute rip that just goes a little wide. You could see that Finnegan had to lay out for that because he was worried that was curving in.
Yeah, and we've seen, fans at home haven't seen that, but Holtzen scored a really nice goal away this season from that exact positioning, and right on that right side, he loves to take those curving shots, just stepping inside, and that ball was very dangerous. As there will be a throw-in to Craig now.
That was a nice pass by the Craig player out to Olsen, getting the nutmeg in, but now Craig in possession. Not able to keep possession completely, but now it is back on Olsen's feet. A little give and go. Ball touched out of bounds by Randall. Good help defense there from the freshman. Holtzen surveys. Got a little too tricky for his own good and ends up losing the ball out of bounds. Unforced error, be a throw into Craig. Looking.
Holtzen doing a great job after that mistake of getting the ball back. Now with Brower. Brower then gives that one away.
Karanja takes that one away from Brower. Now Craig in control, but not for long as they do their own unforced error, and it's going to be a throw into the Panthers, but not before we get three more substitutions in this 6-1 game.
Oregon now subbing on a lot of their bench. You see Jackson Umhofer coming on. You see Robert Outhouse sealing And Robert Dawn coming on to that right back position.
As we wait for this throw-in to happen, as the players exit the field, we do want to thank our sponsors, as we'll get through those slowly here. Hy-Vee Grocery Store, your local Hy-Vee grocery store, employee-owned, new to Oregon in the last year or so.
Panthers, the Ray Jacks for number 12, Robert Dawn, and number 15, Robert Outhouse Sealing.
That ball not able to get through. Craig keeps it from going out of bounds. Nutmeg doesn't happen for him, but a throw-in does. Again, another throw-in to the Cougars. Yeah, get a couple more Panthers lining up, trying to get their time. That ball all the way back through to Seitz. Seitz with a touch. He's going to play it back to Hansen. Playing it safe, playing it wide for Hansen. Doesn't want an accidental goal happening there. Seitz does a nice job of clearing that one. It's going to be a throw into the Cougars.
As the, just say Hans Gieson now in goal.
That goes out of bounds. We're going to get a Panther throw. We're going to get another three-man substitution for the Panthers. As we finish up these sponsors, the Village of Oregon, a great place to live, work, and play. The Oregon School District, actively building competency, character, culture, and community. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club, doing great things for all Panther sports. Your membership dues directly support our student athletes. Consider becoming a booster today. One Community Bank, Feel Good Banking. The Oregon Area Community Coalition, helping you thrive. Visit us at OregonAreaCares.org. Shackelford Heating and Cooling, Panther Exteriors, Stoughton Health, and Wisco Industries, your trusted neighbors for generations. Thank you, sponsors, for making this season of broadcast happen. Cougars now in control. That ball going to sail wide on a shot, and it's going to be a goal kick for the Panthers, and the Cougars are going to get a substitution coming in.
As you heard coming on, Zach Nidham and Barrett Anderson, two players that were brought up from the JV1 team for this offseason or playoff, really, and it's really great to see them getting time, especially because they are the future of this team. More juniors, and now Cougars sub out their keeper, who's been really great tonight. Just gotten pretty unlucky with how Oregon's played in the second half.
There wasn't a substitution for the Cougars as Camden Nuansaxi comes in for the Cougars into goal. Nuansaxi family down in Janesville, a really good soccer family. I grew up playing with one of them.
Camden and Soxy also in for the Cougars.
That cross goes out of bounds, and it's going to be a goal kick for the Cougars. Going to get another substitution for the Cougars. We're at the 70-minute mark of the second half. A little under 10 minutes left to play in this game. It is 6-1 in favor of the Oregon Panthers over the Cougars in this regional semifinal. It is looking pretty likely that the Panthers will move through to the regional final on Saturday against Madison Memorial.
Yeah, it's very, very much so looking forward to that matchup. If the Panthers do pull it off, it is definitely looking that way, and the way they've played should be giving them a lot of confidence for tomorrow. Hopefully they can keep this margin of a lead and also maybe increase it.
Zach Nidham in for the Panthers, as well as Barrett Anderson now. Good to see some additional young underclassmen being able to come in and contribute for the Panthers. That's Jaeger. He was trying to put that through ball, but not before Nuansaxi picks that up and able to distribute. Cougars possess. Nice job there. Just maybe trying to do a little too much. Nice job there by Nidham, intercepting that. Throw in, not able to be controlled. Now it'll be a throw in for the Panthers. Robert out ceiling, going to take this throw in. Finds Nidham. Ball on Barrett's foot. Barrett Anderson, that is. Nice job there by outhouse ceiling.
Game really has slowed down a little bit, but that's understandable.
Understandable as both teams has quite a number of reserves in now.
And I don't know if you can really match the 7-goal showcase that we have had.
It was quite the offensive display in quite a short period of time, really. This one finds his way to Brooks Randall. Randall does a nice job, puts it back to Barrett Anderson. Now all the way back to Keesaw. Keesaw plays it all the way up the line. Now, Cougars intercept. Forgive me, folks. I'm trying to work out some new players and some numbers on that side of the field. I think that's Wesley Tanner. That was on that. Again, the numbers a little difficult to see that far across the field, combined with everybody deciding to sport bleach blonde hair. A little bit more difficult than usual tonight.
Yeah, it's very tough as always, and it sucks that we're only getting one game that we get to see all of them before they move on.
It's unfortunate, but you know, I suspect that one or two road losses were probably the difference in that seeding.
Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with kind of either strength of schedule and also results against similar opponents, as Memorial's actually never played Oregon, so there's no ultimate decider, but
no head-to-head.
Yeah, there's no real way to really know how the seeding went. As Memorial has actually done worse against certain opponents that Oregon's beaten pretty handily. I saw Verona on there. Oregon beat 3-1, and Memorial actually tied with them.
There's a lot. There's a lot that goes into that seeding process. It is a meeting of basically the coaches in the section that basically all come together and vote.
Yeah, and here's Jackson Umhofer. Ball gets a little bit away from there. So that a good little dribble there.
This ball goes out of bounds. Brower's going to take the throw. Brower plays it in. Not able to control was Roan, but able to get that one back. Now Brooks Randall. Nidham, nice job there. Puts it back to outhouse ceiling. He's going to play it back. Finds Barrett Anderson. Plays it all the way out wide. Good touch there. Out of bounds. We're going to get a Craig Cougar throw. Brooks Randall does a nice job defending there. Now Brower. Over to Nidham. Nidham to Tanner. Ball bouncing around. Nice job there. Brooks Randall coming back, helping out. Outhouse ceiling. Plays it across. Finds Tanner. Plays it up to Brower. Brower now. All the way back to Carcano. Carcano plays across to Barrett Anderson. Anderson up the line. Can we see who that far winger is?
It's Robert Dawn.
Thank you.
This is very interesting. I was even making that, I didn't know quite who it was when I first saw it, and I'm like, right as I saw the run, I'm like, oh, I know who that is.
Good thing we've got that keen eye of Hayden Lohrentz tonight, folks. Able to pick out the player for us. So that is Robert Dunn out there. And we're waiting for Cougars to make their throw-in.
Sam Barron now after Cougars.
Randall intercepts. That was a nice ball by Rohn. Gets it to Brower. Brower, nice ball in again to Rohn. Out wide, outhouse Sealing. Sealing trying to play it across. Probably not quite exactly what he had in mind, but it still finds its way onto a Panther foot. Don now gets that one up. Trying to take on Olsen. Gets the cross in and finds another Panther foot waiting there. That strike was met with another strike. Kind of stung a little bit. You can tell just the way Tanner's running back. That ball's going to go out of bounds. Panther throw. 3 Cougars waiting to come in as there's a little under 2 minutes left in this game. Cougars in control. Outhouse Sealing. Surveys. Carcano. Takes a touch. Outhouse Sealing. All the way back to Keesaw. Keesaw takes a touch. He's going to play it upfield. Nidham. Not able to control. Brooks Randall does a nice job though. Ball changing possession quite a bit.
1 minute remaining in the match. 1 minute.
That one off the shins of Brower. And the Cougars going to try to get some substitutions in quickly as they have about 45 seconds left in the game and trying to get a couple of reserves on to get a little playing time in this match. One of those players comes in close for us. Now Brower on that ball. Randall not able to win the race to that one. 10 seconds left in the game. Cougars push it up. And that will conclude tonight's regional semifinal between the Oregon Panthers and the Craig Cougars. As our PA announcer so deftly observed, the Oregon Panthers have advanced to Saturday's regional final against Madison Memorial. Madison Memorial will host that game with a kickoff right about 4 o'clock p.m. Before we get into any of that, though, we do want to thank our sponsors one more time. Your local employee-owned Hy-Vee grocery store. The Village of Oregon, a great place to live, work, and play. The Oregon School District actively building competency, character, culture, and community. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club, doing great things for all Panther sports. Your membership dues directly support our student athletes. Consider becoming a booster today. One Community Bank, Feel Good Banking, the Oregon Area Community Coalition, helping youth thrive. Visit us at OregonAreaCares.org. Shackelford Heating and Cooling, Panther Exteriors, Stoughton Health, and Wisco Industries, your trusted neighbors for generations. We appreciate their support for making this broadcast and all this season's broadcast possible. Hayden, before we wrap up, any last thoughts?
Well, time and time again, this team really never fails to impress me, and tonight they've done really just that. I don't know how you couldn't be impressed by this display. First half a little bit shaky, but man, I want to know what Coach Mitchell and Coach May told them on the sideline in that second half, because they came out with fierce and fury in their eyes, and they really just had their eyes set on goal. And, man, did they deliver. They scored 6 goals in that second half and really was Craig came really nowhere close. They had the chances, but weren't really able to deliver as much. And this team has been so fun to watch this season. It's been a joy to commentate them, as this is our last boys soccer commentary.
It is. Well, I'm happy to see the boys advance. This is our last call of this boys season, Hayden. It went fast.
Yeah, it really did. And, man, this team, they've done so much, and I really will. I'll miss commentating them, and we can't wait to see what they're going to be able to do next. I know that this team has so much potential, and they're going to be looking to bring home, I think, Oregon's first ever Division I regional title. They came up short in the final last year, and they're going to be looking to deliver this year against a tough opponent.
We wish them well. Again, if you would like to become a sponsor of these broadcasts, you can visit www.ocamedia.com or contact Paul at ocamedia.com. As we sign off for our final one of the season, we hope Hayden and I will be back again for perhaps girls' spring soccer before Hayden moves on to graduation. So I hope everybody has a wonderful winter and a good school year for you, Hayden.
Absolutely. Should be fun.
We'll sign off for this evening. We appreciate our crew as always, and we wrap up this broadcast. Oregon 6, Craig 1. Have a wonderful evening.